if you,
John.
since 58 years ago, August 28th, 1963, you all know what happened, right?
What happened?
Martin Luther King Jr. gave a speech. Because it's a 17-minute speech, we cut this down quite a bit. 50 years ago, a great American, in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, Black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence. Again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny. And they have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with his governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. And when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up the day when all of God's children, Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Yes. Freedom time, y'all. Freedom. Freedom. All right. Up next, we have Frank.
Okay, can you not record this? Is that okay? I don't want to sit and done too much. Okay, good. Yeah, I think the Joe Biden joke was definitely, that'll go viral eventually.
Lord.
Okay,
Well, we didn't record it, so it won't go viral today.
I'm not worried.
But hilarious. Oh my goodness.
There'll be more. There'll be more.
Oh,
And
undoubtedly.
unfortunately, it's
Undoubtedly. We're just happy to have you here. Yes.
yeah. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you for the laughter.
You're welcome.
Okay. Up next. Okay. So how do I say your name, Mr. Bird?
Chanson.
Chan Son.
Yes.
Chan Son. Got it. I love the poem that you did about your name as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's still taking me a while to get it, but yeah, I got a nice little backstory.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody saw it yet. Even though I just posted it a couple of hours ago, but yeah, I was wondering if anybody saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. I think I gave it a thumbs up. I gave it a like.
I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. All right, we're happy to have you here. Do you have any haikus for us today?
Yes. Yeah, I've been writing some today. Okay. Haiku. In the soft moonlight, her lips look even sweeter than watermelon. Haiku. I love her warm smile. After saying something hot, I wish we could hug. Haiku. Grateful for the friend who always chose me freely. No one else mattered. Haiku. There's a blessing in having beautiful friends. I feel lovely too. Do you want something longer or?
How are you feeling? I'm feeling the haikus, but it's up to you.
Okay. All right. Let me go to something else. Broken like cookies in the hands of angry kids. I just want to scream. Haiku. Tears fall from my eyes. God's organic waterfall. The storm is coming. Haiku. I feel so alone, even in the midst of friends. I need my blanket. Let me see, I got 3 more. Haiku. I just want to speak. I don't want to speak. You're so much better than me. I'll just shut my mouth. Haiku, let me out. Feeling restricted, set me free. And the last one, I just need a break. Just a long drive down the road rejuvenates me. Thank you.
Thank
With
you.
what? What's that last line?
Um, I gotta find it again. Oh, here
As
it is.
you break down the road, your
I,
love rejuvenates me.
I need a long break. Just a long drive down the road rejuvenates me.
Ah, now who speaks better than you, Chan-san? I don't know anybody.
Well, I appreciate that. I just have these feelings sometimes where I'm not when I'm not received. So I just shut down.
Mm, yeah,
Hmm.
that's heavy. I think everyone is kind of silent because we can all relate. Or
Yeah.
am I just speaking? Yeah, 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 we can all relate. It's definitely tough being a writer. It's definitely tough. Um,
Those were beautiful. The part about the water organic. Um,
Hmm.
I really like that part. That was really nice.
Well, thanks. Thanks.
You know, for so little words, you make it seem really meaningful. So I think that's definitely your gift.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I try not to say much. Like I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I'm holding up the process, Rayanne, but I just
fine.
I just sometimes I feel like um I don't like I'm a person that I really don't like talking too much. So I try to what I need to say into like a few words.
Mm,
Why? I mean, I don't want to hold up the program either, but I mean, I feel like, if you have more to say, then you should say it. Don't you think so, Ryan?
I
There
think
goes
you should say what you need to say in as few words as you need to say it.
that.
What? Okay. I'm just long-winded. Hmm.
To
I
each
don't
his
find you
own.
long-winded.
To each its own. I think it all depends on the person and the poet, like that, like you said, V, that's Chanson's gift. I don't
Yeah,
think
but no,
I did.
I guess I was just taking from the standpoint that he says that he doesn't talk so much. Now, I do think it's his gift, but I mean, I don't think anybody should restrict themselves if they want to say more. Not in his poem, but just in general, him talking and expressing himself. That's what I was
Feel you. It's hard in society now, though, like everybody is very judgmental. So it's hard to kind of find like the right words to say, especially when you're trying to learn somebody or trying to, learn somebody, learn what's appropriate or what isn't. And especially for me personally speaking, like I have a very, very dry sense of humor. So sometimes my jokes, like, as funny to someone else, or even they're not even, picked up like from the other person because my sense of humor is different. So I get what he's saying, like sometimes it's just kind of like, well, let me just shut up because you're not getting these dry jokes.
Because I have like what people call dry humor too. So it's like I would rather I would rather be quiet than bore somebody.
Hmm.
So I just like because in my experience, like if I talk too much, then I tend to get in trouble. So I just tend to I just minimize my word.
Uh-oh. Well, we don't want you to get in trouble. So, I mean, We don't want you to get in trouble, Chance.
Yeah.
We don't want you to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble either. So I feel you. I'm the same way. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. I'm always trying to like make sure that I'm saying something that is appropriate, because like as a writer, sometimes I can be a little too open, and yeah.
Yeah.
So it's finding that boundary, you know, or that middle ground where it's like,
Right.
okay, well, I can still speak, but
Yeah.
maybe let me not go into church with my dry humor.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next?
Thanks, y'all.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I guess I'll do a poem. All right. Let's see. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. Summertime just feels like another phase I have to get through. I just can't life without you. What's life without you? Life without you feels like life without you. These summers repeat, I'll give you all of me, even this heartbeat. I think about how my chances may be slim, then I dream about romance and him. Summertime just feels like another phase I have to get through. When did I become this hopeless romantic? I feel hopeless. I hope less. Trying to shake these premonitions of me in that white dress. If it's you for me, I want you for me. Nothing more, nothing less. Every time I see you, you're the best dressed. I am overly impressed. An interest doesn't negate from the fact that you relieve my stress. Summertime just feels like another phase I have to get through. The weather changes, we on the same page, and I just want you happy. Nothing more, nothing less.
Wow. That was hot.
That was really good.
You. Thank
That
you. I submitted that
that was
poem.
that was so good. I demand another.
Yes. Yes. Please do.
Yeah.
I submitted that poem into there's a nonprofit organization out here as in California, but they accept submissions from everywhere. Submissions about or art, poetry, craft makers, and things of that nature. Okay. All right, so I shall do another poem. Alrighty, what do I have? Oh, we were talking the other day, Chanson, about poems and and what to do with them, and really, really long haikus and really, really long poems without me giving all the details and the juicy deets. But this is one of the ones that it's, you know, really, really long. Anyways.
I'm sorry. I missed what you said. I'm sorry.
We were talking about really, really long poems and really, really long haikus. And this is one of the ones that are one of the really, really long poems that I wrote. And it's still in progress, but I'll read a snippet of it. And on that day, she rose from the dead, lacking knowledge, lacking education, lacking dignity, no insight, but full of purity, born with insecurity. She was beautiful, she was naive. She was born alone. Didn't cry then, and I heard she still won't cry now. The umbilical cord was the only thing that she was attached to. She was alone, attractive, and unattached. She was born to overreact. Happiness worried her. Happiness tricked her. She was 17 and he was dumb like a rock, but a little less fun. He only held her down to suffocate her fun. Happiness kept her from breathing fun. Instead of handing her a paper bag to give her life, he hovered over her while taking up air like breaths, while her head was being covered in a plastic bag. Fun. He hovered over her like a particle of food that couldn't be swallowed. Fun. She swallowed him whole, which doesn't say much because he wasn't whole. Dumb, not so fun rock tells her she doesn't do anything right. She was broken. Many moons before he impregnated her, she was broken. Every room she walked into, a small portion of her craved attention from her first love. Mommy said he was on vacation, long game of waiting. She was alone, attractive, unattached, and waiting. She was broken. She forgot often, and she hated school, hated that she loved people because they were cruel, so she made a mockery of herself before they could. She had an expensive backpack with wheels, to carry her baggage. Her mother paid for gifts because a vacation to a secret destination was far-fetched, so she never asked, but she found out he was broken. He was alone, attractive and unattached, cold like a cell, cold like the chills during a hunger strike, cold like there is no hunger strike. I just don't like you, so you don't get to eat tonight. Cold like a cell, cold as hell.
Wow,
That was a snippet.
that was hot.
That was really good. Hey, Rayan, if you don't have someone next, can I read something?
Yes, yes, here for it.
But can you turn off the recording? Because I don't know if I want to record it.
No, you're not. Oh, now you are.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we shall hit up the list again. John, are you ready?
I am ready.
Take it away.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love, not for a minute or a day. For in a restless world such as this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlit kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart, no, not to anyone at all. But the moment that I feel that you feel that way too, that will be the moment I fall in love with you. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and callow fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow, follow, follow. Try to remember when life was so tender and no one wept except the willow. Try to remember when life was so tender and dreams were kept beside your pillow. Try to remember when life was so tender, when love was an ember about to bellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow, follow, follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made you mellow. Deep in December, our hearts should remember and follow, follow, follow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know all of those songs.
Right. Thank you, John. I am, I'm just so blessed to have you all. Reverting back to TQ and the song, just nothing without you, like that's how I feel. Like I'm just so appreciative to have you all like come to the platform and share your poetry and just give me the energy that I need to get through the rest of the week. And I hope that I feed you all as much as you all feed mine. Truly.
Can I share? Can I share two more with you?
Yeah.
Before you go? You may have heard these before, John, or some of the other people, but I don't know if I've done them here. This one is called No Reservation. I don't know if you're waiting, but you can come on in. Have a seat at my table of thoughts. Today's special is what's on your mind. I can't read it, that's what interests me. If I was to dine with you, I want to share yours. I want to feast on the knowledge of you. I know I would be satisfied. You piqued my curiosity and hunger inside me. Wait, I want seconds, thirds, a buffet of wordplay. Can I see your mind? No pun intended, never ending, no expectation. Table for two, me and you, satisfying our temptations. Clear thoughts, no reservation. Okay, that's one. The other one is called Reciprocation. My heart is full. I feel so alive. In this moment, I thrive on the knowledge that the love I give is finding its way back to me. Bittersweet destiny has me at a moment of bliss, soft like the first kiss you steal from the love of your life. And that's it. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, V. Remind me of those titles again. What was the title? The title. V, you're on mute.
The first one was No Reservation. The second one was Reciprocation.
Reciprocation. Okay, feel that. Love that. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, it's always good to get this side of you. I know you come through and you sing sometimes a majority of the time. So when you come and drop some poems and some bars and some lines for us, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I always have to have a muse though. That's the thing about me. When this stuff comes out, it's like there's something behind it. And at that point in time, I was feeling someone. So there you go.
Awesome. Well, everything will work itself out.
Oh, it will. Shoot, I'm patient.
I feel you. Okay. Up and next, Chan Sun.
All right, so I have two poems. The first one is called Lover's Hope. My arms were stretched like wings on a bird. If I could hold you while sharing this word, I'd never want to let you go. If you could take a look inside, you know. You make my heart sing. For you, I'd do anything. If I could see you face to face, I'd behold every measure of grace. I'd whisper sweet somethings in your ear, releasing a single tear. You make my heart sing. For you, I'd do anything. I love to live life at your side. I need you to be my blushing bride. We go and grow through this life together. Our life would be a shelter in stormy weather. You make my heart sing. For you, I'd do anything. And then the second poem, Sonic Psyche. Mind travels 1,000 miles per second. It should be ticketed by the serotonin and dopamine police. When my amygdala kicks in, I fight, flight, and freeze all at the same time. When I sleep, I don't rest. I try to let this mind be in me that was also in Christ Jesus. But when I think about the changes and vicissitudes of life, I shudder. I climb up. I shut down. I build a wall around myself for protection, but the only one on my side is me. I pray for someone who will understand, but I'm left feeling like a doormat. Guess that was the wrong one. Am I good enough? Am I desirable? I barely feel love, even from my own mother, who has hugged me less than 3 times since I've been back, which causes my mind to flee more than ever to a rural oasis where I can breathe and actually live. I pray that my body gets there soon. My mind travels 1,000 miles per second, hoping to have you here with me. I don't know who you are yet, but when I know, but I know that when I see you, I'll know it's you. I already see our baby girl going to school and hearing her teasing me for my choice of romantic comedies. I'm just waiting for you, my love. I'll just be waiting with warm hugs and soft lips. Thank you.
That's sweet. It's very nice, Jansen.
Thanks.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Chan Sun.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see, who do we have up next? I was communicating, let's see, with, okay. Is Arhan still here? Arhan has went off into the land. Okay. All right. What do I have? Trying to see if I can get this one to come out of my brain. Love is, don't you care about my mental health? Love is, I can't do this by myself. Love is, God forbid, but I will go to hell for you. Love is patient and kind. Love is you are yours, but you are also mine. Love will leave you blind. Love is, he might be late, but he is always on time. Love is, if you leave, I'll be back. Love is love. Let's just keep it at that. Yeah. That was a little
Sweet.
snippet.
That was hot. You
I
do
like
another
that.
one, please. Please do another one, because that was too fast. Like I need you to do another one.
Let's see. What do we have here? Dun, 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 dun. I found little notes in my phone. I don't like men right now, or women, or people. Okay. That just made me laugh. Okay. Who gonna put up with these mood swings? Out here changing colors like a mood ring. I too know why the caged birds sing. Who gonna put up with these mood swings? Who gonna be fascinated by the fact that I'm not fascinated with things? Seem like everybody rushing for a ring. Meanwhile, I'm in the ring while it rains. Wish I had the answer. Does poetry really heal pain? Am I dreaming too big or just insane? Life comes with uncertainties. One thing's for sure, God reigns. You should take God serious unless you mean, because I be praying for him to quit playing. So who gonna put up with these mood swings? You know what I'm saying? I'd be dancing with the devil, but my God is on a whole nother level, which means by God, I am on a whole nother level. Buried all my pain and then dug it back up with the same shovel, because I ain't dead yet, and some things you can't forget, but above all, God is a hell of a pest. Take it from me, your reaction after failure is the real test. And if you haven't gotten an apology from me yet, I sent it to God and paid my respect. Ain't my fault he ain't done with me yet. If you live in this life in peace, you ain't living your best. I heard the best rest is the one you get on your deathbed. I'm not sending out death threats, that'd be an idle threat. I already lost everything, and poetry is about all I got left. One would say I should just get a regular job and maybe save my breath, but then where would I put these urges? What would that say about my courage? These mood swings come in all different facets and splurges, and sometimes it takes a long time to read through these gestures. But look at Tommy, he made a living off of being jester. So yeah, these mood swings come, but at least I don't let them fester.
Dang, girl. Hot bars.
Yay! I gotta call it a night though. I got an early start. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, V. Thank you for joining us. I know you're on the road.
Yeah,
Hello.
I gotta check into my Airbnb. I don't want them to think I'm some wild, crazy person. So
Be careful out there.
I
Is that
will.
because you are and you're hiding it, or
What'd you say?
you'll hear it later on YouTube? I said, is that because you are and you're hiding it, or
I don't know, but I'm trying this Airbnb thing and I've never really stayed in one before. And it's like I'm a night person and it looks like they're already asleep. So I better go in and because it's getting crazy, you know. Anyway, night.
bye.
Bye bye.
Peace and light.
Good night.
See you next week. Bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
All right. Okay. So who do we have next? TQ, would you like to go up again? TQ is on the
Sure.
phone.
Can I,
Yes.
can I do another song? Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here
Can we
you
not
go.
do recording for this
Let me
one?
yeah. Right now. Okay. How do I do?
This is called Stars, and it was from a prompt that I got online from the Musing Palette. Stars on stage, stars shine bright, stars in love, stars want a voice, stars need to be acknowledged. Stars twinkle forever until they collapse upon themselves. Who is the brightest? Who is the most loved? Who is sparkling so brightly that the smaller heavenly bodies cannot be seen? Stars can't be anything else. Stars were made for this. Stars can hide their light. How can they let their siblings be seen? As they die and turn into black holes, they will suck out everything in their path and travel to oblivion. I tattoo stars on scars.
Wow. That was good.
I had another thought about stars. When you
Tell
wish,
us, Sean.
when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. when you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Fate is kind, she brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. Just call me Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy. Uh, okay, I don't know, Terry, you might have to do another one.
If we're going to do other people's work, I have, if I can find it, Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown.
Here for it.
I think it's in my, I have 3 journals right now going, and I think it might be, hang on one, yeah, it might be in the other book.
Let
Oh,
me see.
I found it, but
Okay,
you can go ahead, Chance, if you want to.
okay. I just need to find it.
you might have to find one too.
Oh man. Okay, here we are. Stars twinkle brightly like fireballs in the sky for a million nights. That was it. You want me to say it again or? Oh,
Yeah, one more time.
okay.
You have more, you have like 2,000 more, so I was waiting for another one.
Oh, I thought
That's at the
since
minimum.
y'all were talking
too.
about stars, I just wanted to
You want to keep it on
Okay.
theme?
yeah. Stars twinkle brightly like fireballs in the sky for a million nights. That's it.
Oh, I like that one. It's good.
Thanks.
Are you ready to have a bedtime story? Everybody
Yeah.
can go to sleep after this.
Oh, wait. Let me read what your poster says. I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. What
And
does
it
the Bible
says-
say?
It says, I'm changing the things I cannot accept.
Oh, amen.
This is not at all radical. This is just a bedtime story for children. And I used to read it to my son. And we used to just pick out the mouse in all the pictures. I would say, where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? And the mouse would be in a different place in all the pictures. Would you settle down? I have a husband that's causing me a little bit of distraction over here. I'm trying to focus, but here we go. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs and 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens and a little toy house and a young mouse and a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush and a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens. And good night, mittens. Good night, clocks. And good night, socks. Good night, little house. And good night, mouse. Good night, comb. And good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering, hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. And that's by Margaret Wise Brown. Good night, moon.
I like that.
Can we see the cover? Do you have the physical book?
I do not, but you can Google it.
I feel like I've heard it before. On that note, good night.